Hi, and welcome to Phrase It Friday. I'm Alex, the founder and developer of Phrase It, the fun English card game that helps you improve your English. Today, I will teach you two new phrasal verbs. They are look up to and look down on. Look up to, look down on. So what does it mean to look down on somebody or something? So look down on sometimes has a negative meaning in English where you can look down like you're actually looking physically down. I'm looking down on the street. Maybe I'm on a tall building and I'm physically, literally, I'm looking at something. Like to watch, to look at something, look down on. Or I'm in an airplane and I look down on the mountains. I look down on the river. That's one definition, to actually see something down that you're looking down at. But the second definition, and more commonly used, is look down on someone, meaning you have your nose in the air. You think you are better than somebody else. You look down on them. You're like, you're not the same level as I am, so I'm going to look down on you. Maybe you treat someone more negatively. You're looking down on that person. Not like just physically looking, but mentally and emotionally. You think you are here and the other person is here. You're looking down on them for their attitude, their behavior, something you disagree with or don't like. Maybe you look down on them like, I have more money. You have little money. I look down on you. You know, this kind of attitude, look down on. Past tense, we say looked down on. Can you say past tense? Looked down on, not look at, looked. Got it. One more time. Look down on. Looked down on. Good. That's your first phrasal verb for today. Our second one, as I promised, is look up to. Look up to. And look up to means to actually also, like the first one, look down on, physically looking down at something. But look up to means actually I look up to the sky and I see an airplane. I look up to the mountain and I see someone climbing it. I look up to something. I look up to the sky and I see the clouds. But the other definition, just like look down on, has a second definition. Look up to has one. And that second definition is to respect or honor or admire someone or something. I look up to my dad because he's very nice and loving towards me, and he is there when I need to call him. And I look up to him because he did really well in leadership and business. And so I respect my dad because I look up to him. And this week, actually, in the United States is Father's Day. We celebrate fathers coming up this Sunday. We'll be celebrating and honoring dads. And so I look up to my dad. Maybe I look up to my mother. Maybe I look up to my grandmother. Maybe I look up to my teacher. I look up to a leader that I like, or I look up to a friend. It can be somebody that you admire, respect, or honor. That's look up to. Sometimes children, brothers and sisters, a younger brother might look up to an older brother, or something like this, or a younger sister. She will look up to an older sister. So that's the second definition of look up to admire. The first one, again, is actually to look up, to actually see something. So let's say this in the present and past tense. Ready? Look up to. Past tense, looked up to. It has the T pronunciation, not look ed. Yes, I see and write E-D. L-O-O-K-E-D in reading, but in speaking American English, it will have a T sound. Looked. Can you say that? Looked. Looked up to. Looked down on. Okay, let's review the definition one more time for you to improve your English. Definition of look down on: 1, to look down, actually to look. 2, to dishonor or disrespect someone else, to think you are better than someone else. Those are the two definitions of look down on. The two definitions of look up to is actually look up to. And the other definition is to respect, honor, admire. Okay? Those are your two phrasal verbs for Phrase It Friday. Look down on, look up to, looked, past tense. You got it? And I'm letting you know these are in my new Phrase It 2 card game. Right now, you can only get Phrase It 1 on Amazon or online. If you click the link below, you can get Phrase It 1 with 70 of my most common phrasal verbs. But very soon, in the next month, I will have Phrase It 2 available. You can also buy that. That'll have the next 50 most commonly used phrasal verbs. And it's going to have 50 of the most common nouns that we say. Words like women, family, mother, and other words like water, problem. It will have many other words, and I made the cards blue so you know it's a noun and not a phrasal verb, and red so you know it's a verb. So maybe I look up to my family. So you can make phrases with the card, and it'll have instructions on how to play in a fun way with the game. So if you want to improve your English, you can get my Phrase It 2 game coming in the next month. So be ready for that when it's released. But you can say things like, look up to your family. And you have to lay the card down quickly and beat your friend to win a point. So it will be a very fun game for you to use with your friends as you practice your English. So that's it for Phrase It Friday. Watch the next video to get your next lesson. Or if you missed a lesson, watch the video here again. And I'll see you in the next video.